Hey YouTube, how's it going? How are you guys doing? I hope you are doing fantastic. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. I know I had lots of rest and it was much needed. Kind of changed it up a little bit, kind of came into the bedroom, my daughter's room to be exact. The lighting is more better than my office. Go figures. But it's more contained of quiet, so I'm not going to get the sound from downstairs and the boys playing their video games. So I'm at peace to kind of just be in my own zone right now to deliver this message. So this is your daily message for March 11th, so Monday, March 11th. Definitely great reading ahead, so let's just dig and let's get started. We're going to start off with your oracle card, like always. So actually 3 cards popped up for you guys. We have decisions. So it says, you drew this card because you're wrestling with a decision and are unsure which way to go. Your divine guidance has been attempting to show you the best path. So you already have the answer in your heart. Deep down, you know the right direction, yet fears are holding you back from taking action based on this wise resolution. This card reminds you to trust your inner knowingness and ask yourself, which path brings me closer to my life purpose? What would love do in this situation? Sometimes this card appears because you've been avoiding making a necessary decision. If so, you are being reminded that not making a decision is a decision, since you've decided to allow things to remain the same. Similarly, if you're trying to choose between 2 options, there may very well be a better third option for you. So that's interesting. The second one says grief work, and this is what it looks like. This card signals that your heart needs some more healing from one or more losses. There's grief work to be done as a way of moving forward with your life. Already you can think of how this specially applies to you. Unhealed grief is compounded by Earth's subsequent loss, although it's uncomfortable to mourn and cry. Sometimes this is the only path to healing. That's why it's best to That's why it's best to heal with an experienced grief counselor, grief support group, or trauma-trained therapist. Loss is one of the more painful processes of change, yet it can also help us develop compassion and more appreciation for life. So that's kind of interesting. But we've got some losses coming through, some relationships, decisions that need to be made. And this one says relationship dynamics. This card indicates that there have been some changes in one or more of your relationships with your family, friends, or romantic partners. There's a sense that you have less in common and are growing apart. This may be because you are now more sensitive and more conscious of your feelings when you're with certain people. Perhaps in the past you numbered your emotional awareness and now your feelings are awake. The most important relationship of all is within yourself. So you do need to take care of your feelings and needs in this situation. Yes, relationships involve compromise, but ultimately, if you're denying yourself happiness, this will have a negative impact on the relationship. Therefore, you are guided to be honest with yourself about your needs, even if it means working with counselor for support. As you make changes, all of your relationships will be affected. It's time for you to sort through your feelings about each of them to bring healthy balance into your life. So, how do you guys feel about that? You know that life changes you. You know that in order to grow, you have to go through these lessons. In order to grow, you have to, go through the hard stuff. And some of us feel like we're constantly going through the hard stuff. And that's kind of what I'm feeling, is that change is coming, change is happening, but you've got to get on board with that. Sorry, I was glitching out. You've got to want it for yourself. I'm just going to plug the laptop in before it dies. Because if you don't want it for yourself, then how do you, like, I guess it's kind of a continuation from yesterday's reading in a way, about you have to want something for you. Everyone else can want it for you, yes. Your mother can want it for you, your father, your friends. But if you don't believe that you're capable of having it, then spirit's not going to give it to you. And that's what I'm feeling like when it comes to this message, is that, changes are coming, changes are happening, but you don't have to be afraid of that. You don't have to be afraid, be afraid of change. I don't know why they keep referencing change, but that's what I'm feeling, is that you do not have to be afraid. When we get into your reading, we're going to start for this reading with a death card. I feel like the death card is talking about that change. See, there's lots of changes coming your way, guys. New beginnings. I feel like this is the card that's saying, just take it one day at a time. I want to put an example because I like putting my own life and letting you guys know that I do go through stuff too. I started a weight loss journey 2 months ago. Not only because I want to be around longer for my kids, but because I want to feel better about myself. So I do have ups and downs. I do have moments of, can I do this? I'm not losing the weight as fast as I want to, even though I'm working and eating all the right foods. I feel like what this card is saying in reference to what you guys are going through is that you have to take it one day at a time. You can't worry about tomorrow. You can't worry about what happened yesterday. All you can do in this very moment is do something today that's going to get you further. Do something today that's going to benefit you down the road, benefit you tomorrow. One little change a day will add up to all of the big changes by the end of the month. And that's kind of what I'm feeling with some of you, is that you need to work on the smaller stuff before you dive into the bigger stuff, because that's why you're feeling overwhelmed. That's why you're feeling scared or, afraid of this change coming through, afraid of being afraid. Because spirit's like, like, your time is now. Why are you waiting? What are you so afraid of? And I think, I can speak for me, but I feel like I'm afraid of failure, right? I'm afraid of getting to that point and feeling. And I feel like for some of you, that's kind of what you're feeling too, is that you see this new change coming. You see all of these abundances coming your way, but you're afraid of failure. And I don't think you guys have to be afraid of failure. I think that we have been through a lot these last couple months. I think that at the end of the day, it's going to come down to how bad you want it and how bad you're willing to work for it. Because this new beginning is here. You can't change your decisions from the past. You can't sit here anymore and say, well, if I've done this differently, if I had done that differently, then I would be not in this place. You may not be where you are right now if you had made the different choices. But the fact is that you made those choices. And that is exactly why you're here. We have the Fool card. It's about taking a risk. It's about trusting in yourself, trusting in the universe, trusting in spirit. Anything worth trying is worth trying once. Anything worth trying is worth risking. We have the Fool card coming up. So I feel like this, with the Fool, he's balancing, right? He's juggling. You may have a million things going on in the day. You may be a mom. You may be a dad. You may be juggling work and school and and kids, and just not have the time for yourself that you need. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to balance, guys. You got to be in the mindset. You got to say, you know what? I got to make 15, 20 minutes for myself, even if it's just some meditation, or even if it's just a walk to clear my head, or, starting to eat healthy. I can't stress how important it is to eat healthy. If I knew what I know now, I probably would have started my weight loss journey a long time ago, but I had to get myself to that point where I had to believe in who I was. And I haven't believed in who I was for a long time. And these last 2 months, I've really had to embrace the ups and downs. I've had to embrace what spirit has been trying to tell me, what the universe has been trying to tell me. So That's what I feel like for some of you, is that you're juggling all of these things, but you just don't. It's like you don't give yourself the benefit of the doubt, or you just don't believe that you can, whatever that means. But, you know, change is coming, change is happening. And I feel like you guys just need to get on board with this. You guys need to understand that, you know, this new beginning that's coming in, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to be what you've been working so hard to come through. You need to find yourself in the journey. We have the Three of Wands. Look how he's looking like ahead of him. He's not looking behind anymore. He don't care about the wine sticking up. He don't care about, you know, the people that are talking shit about him, or the people that, you know, don't have his back. No, he's not paying attention to those people anymore, because he knows that he has learned the lessons that he needs to learn. And that's why those people are still in the back of him. And those people are haters. They're fakes. They're people who are upset that he's living the life that he's always wanted to live. And that's what I'm feeling when it comes to this reading, is that for some of you, you're going full blown. You're starting a home business. You're starting a new job. You're going, you know, you're starting a career. You're starting a new relationship, and you're going to have people in the back, you know, telling you things, but you can't pay those people any minds anymore. You can't pay attention to those people anymore. They're there to knock you back down. Spirit sends us people to knock us back down. But what we have to do is we have to continue fighting, continue moving forward, because what is in front of us is totally more than what is behind us. You are where you are because that is where you need to be. If there's people who have not come with you to this far, that is because Spirit has taken them away from you. They have done a lesson with you. They have tested you. They have done what they needed. Their job in your life, in your chapter, is done. It's over with. So today and on, your goal is to pay attention to how you can make your life better from tomorrow on. Today on, actually. What can you do within yourself to improve yourself? Because that's where it's going to start. I feel like just keep moving forward. Keep telling yourself, you know what? I'm not going to look in the past anymore. Like, what's the past? Like, I'm not going down the road of who hurt me, or, you know, who did this or who did the what, or that job didn't work out, or that house didn't come through, or that car didn't come through. No, because there's a reason for all of those things. And I'm still standing here today trying to get my life on track, trying to find out who I am as a person. So I feel like that's what I'm feeling for you guys, is that it's a cycle coming to an end. It's a karmic cycle that is finally coming to an end. And like I said, the last two videos, I've referenced the 7 and the 3. So I feel like it's like 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, 7 weeks, 7 months, 7 years. But there's a cycle that's coming to an end. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to smile. It's okay to live a life you want. You don't have to live a life that someone else has. You don't have to be jealous because John Doe has a bigger house than you, or I don't know, Bob has a bigger car than you. Like, you need to be grateful for what you have at the moment. And that's kind of what I'm feeling with this 9 of Pentacles, is that you're finally realizing that your happiness can't come from other people, that your happiness has to come from you as yourself, as a person. So you are only as good and perfect as you want to be. And I'm not saying everyone, like, no one is perfect. That's not what I'm saying at all. I feel like you are completely different from the next person sitting beside you. You are completely different from your kids. Your kids are completely different from you. You're even completely different from your animals. Everyone is their own human being. No one has any right to make you feel any less of a person. You need to start having that backbone and saying, not even so saying, just feeling within you that you are worthy. Because for a lot of you, it's like that feeling of being afraid to be happy. And I think that's kind of what the 9 of Pentacles is here to say. You know, it's okay to live a little. It's okay to Do what you need to do to make you happy. There's so many reasons to celebrate. We have the Nine of Cups right now. So many reasons to be happy. So many reasons to just go out, have fun, let loose, have a drink, get drunk, if that's your thing. You don't have to live where you've been living. This is a whole new you now. This is from today on, from when you see this video, this is a whole new you. You do not have to be defined by your past any longer. You don't have to be defined from the things that people have said to you, because they're things that those people think. It's what you think about yourself that matters. You have blessings everywhere. Your cup is so overflowing that Spirit's like, I want to give you this. I want to give you these blessings. I want to show you your worth. I want to show you your value. I want to show you that you can have the job you want, that you can have the career, the love, everything that you want. But I can't show you that until you believe you're worthy of that, till you value yourself as a being. I feel like you just have to love what you have right now and not what you don't. So with that, I'm going to read your energy card for today. So it says envy, and this is what it looks like. Lack and dissatisfaction. This card shows a woman holding a huge pearl in one hand and platter of coins and pearls in the other. She stands in a silver room looking out at a golden city on the horizon. She has a life of value already, but she ignores that and longs for the shining prosperity she sees elsewhere. Instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, her desire for more only causes a deep sense of lack and dissatisfaction. And that energy shows in her dress. This card upright is telling you to let go of the jealousy and acknowledge the blessings you have already in your life. Now is the time to shift your focus. After all, when you envy others, it only attracts more to them, not you. Notice all that you have and thank the universe for it. If this card is near the appreciation card in your spread, the message is doubly important. Now is the time to move from a cautious of lack to one of value. With this shift, all things change. So true. She has a life of value already. And that's what I was feeling, is that it's that time now where you have to value yourself. You have to love yourself. Enough is enough already. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys have a fantastic Monday. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how this resonates. Now I'm sending you guys all love and light, and I will catch you again tomorrow. Take care, guys.